That is looking great, Simon. Let's keep the hips nice and fixed for this one, though. So it's just the spine we're rotating through. Fantastic. Last one. Let's take a nice wide stance and do a row. Side to side, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And keeping the arms chest level, we're going to be working the back. So we're mimicking a motion that we're about to do. Warming up these back muscles. Again, getting them engorged with blood, getting them hot. So we can really, really work them hard. And squeeze. And keeping those legs moving. You're getting a nice stretch in the inner thigh, a little bonus. The calf muscles are slightly now being stretched in this plane of motion. This away. Let's just do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you feeling warm?
Yes, I'm feeling
Fantastic. Okay, we finish our dynamic warm-up. Let's go straight into our first set, but it's a warm-up set still because we need to keep those joints really, really, really hot. So our first exercise is going to be the chest press. Caroline's choosing a lighter weight that she's going to be using. She's fully supporting herself onto the bench. Head is on the bench. Simon is now using the power blocks. His head is on the ball as he walks himself out. Fully supported, glutes up. They're both going to do 12 reps for the warm-up set. Let's go up for 1, down for 3, up 1, down for 3. So we're working, obviously going to be working the chest, and the front of the shoulders are involved here. In Simon's exercise, the glutes, lower back, and abs again are getting nice and strong in there as well. Make sure this weight is super easy, ridiculously easy. This is not the workout. This set is only to continue warming up the fibers and the joints. And also just getting used to the motion so you can put your mind into that muscle and feel how it feels to go through it. And when you come up to the top, almost push your shoulder blades a little bit off the bench. And when you come back down, push your shoulder blades into the bench so we get some scapular abduction as well. We're going to go straight into the bent over rows now. So still with a light weight, you're going to bend your knees about 20-30 degrees, bend over from the waist. And here we go. 1 up and down for 3. Really squeeze your shoulder blades together. So if I was holding a pencil here, or my fingers, she's squeezing it. And those shoulders are pushed down. You never want to push them up. You're going to develop your upper traps there, and that's not a nice look with that little triangle there. Squeeze. Caroline's keeping her abdominals activated and that nice natural curve into her lower back. And we're warming up those muscles that we're going to be really hitting hard in the next set. Fantastic. Okay, choose a heavier weight now. You're fully warmed up. Now you want to go to a weight that's going to be very difficult. So Caroline will be doing the 12 rep range. So if you're intermediate, follow her. If you're quite advanced, follow Simon. He's going to be doing the 8 rep range. And he's using the power blocks. He's got those.
Do we not get our 60 seconds rest?
This is it. By the time you get there, Simon, the 60 seconds is done. I tell ya. Okay, I don't hear any complaining from Caroline. We're going heavy now. So down for 3. Push the shoulder blades in. Exhale up for 1. Down for 3, nice and slow. And as you come up, slightly push your shoulder blades off, very slightly, and then push the shoulder blades into the bench. Slowly down and up. Simon has a lot going on here because he has to stabilize himself on the ball. He's doing a great job. His glutes are fully squeezed, his abs are pulled in, and his back is nice and straight like a tabletop. If he starts to dip, then the back's not in the best position. He can actually injure himself because there's a lot of load right now he's playing with. And obviously he's on an unstable surface, which challenges the body. But if his wits weren't about him, he could go flying. I'd catch you, Simon. Okay, straight into the bent over row. Bend the knees 20-30 degrees, bend from the hips, and here we go. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And Caroline, think almost like you're pulling to the back wall, not to the ceiling, but back. That is lovely. Keeping those elbows wide. We use different grips to hit the muscle from different angles. So, for example, I could have chosen the neutral grip this way. That is the same muscles, but being hit from a different angle. So we're working the mid-traps, the rhomboids here. Obviously the lower back comes into play as well because it's stabilizing. And squeeze, perfect. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Up for 1, down for 3. Great job. Great. 60-second rest. So your back muscles are so important, especially in this day and age when we sit so much at desks and we start getting that rounded shoulder posture. These exercises are going to help to keep your chest uplifted and those shoulders squeezed back. Really, really important for good posture. And when you're doing the form correctly, as you are, because you're following the video, you're going to have good habits that you're going to continue on with your workouts for your future. Okay, we're on to our second superset of chest and back day. Caroline's going to be doing dumbbell flies on the bench as our intermediate instructor, and Simon is going to be doing flies on the ball. So we're working the exact same muscles, but from a completely different angle. Okay, here we go. We're going to go down for 3. Your elbows are slightly bent. Do not keep them poker straight. Super slow. The hands come over the chest. You don't want the arms to come down too low over your abdominals, straight over your chest. And then quickly up. Simon, you're sagging a bit. That's better. Keep those glutes squeezed. Keep the tummy pulled in. And feel the stretch as you go down and up. We're also working our biceps and triceps and shoulders in this program. They're secondary muscles that are being worked, but our main focus is on the chest and back. But you will see more of a pump, in your biceps and triceps on a day like this, which is a little extra added bonus. Inhale as you go down, exhale. And focus on the muscles that you're working right there. Keep your focus, keep the tension. Imagine those muscle fibers, the ones that you're trying to activate, those strings. Fantastic. Okay, straighten 2, bent over flies, targeting the opposite muscle group. Picking up your heavy weights, bending over, keeping a nice little curve in your spine. Up for 1, down for 3. Squeezing those scapulae together. And you should feel the burn. Sounds like Jane Fonda, but that lactic acid buildup is the fatigue that we're going for, because we want to fatigue these muscles. That's how you're going to grow this muscle tone that you want and you need to have this beautiful fitness model body. Simon's off. Down for 3. Up for 1. And Simon is focusing on this area where my hands are. Obviously, he's using other muscles to stabilize, but this is his primary mover. Get your glutes up, Simon. No sagging. Keep your lower back nice and healthy. And tense these muscles. Squeeze those scapulae into the Swiss ball as you come down. You can feel the move. That's not our prime mover, but the body is meant to work together. So everything on the front is connected to the back. Everything from the top is connected to the body. Our body's wonderful how it's meant to work, working your back and your calves. I always like to add a little bit extra back work in there because people are generally a bit tighter in their chest. So we want to add a bit more back work just to really pull those shoulders back and to work on it. Okay, for our first exercise, we're going to do a wonderful rotational movement through the upper spine. We've been mostly working in the sagittal plane, which is, we've been doing the flies and the rows. The spine is meant to twist and rotate a bit as well, so that's what we're going to work on now. Hitting the muscles from a different angle. I'm going to demonstrate on Simon. Simon's doing the standing version. So he's going to bend over, and he's going to row one arm, like a single arm row, but this other one is really stretching forward, stretching that arm. And the opposite arm, when it goes forward, this one comes as far back. Okay, Caroline, pick up your weights. Caroline's on the ball. It's a nice wide row. Keep your head down slightly, Caroline. Keep your glutes nice and squeezed. Keep the chest up a little bit more. And feeling the twist. So you really punch that arm forward and punch the other one. It's about a 2-2 tempo for this one. When this one comes back, really squeeze those muscles in between your shoulder blades. Head down, squeeze, and punch it forward, really feeling the twist through that. 2 more, Caroline. And rest. Straight into the calf raises now. So you're going to sit on your ball. You're going to put your weights on top of your thighs. And our tempo, we're going to go up for 1, down for 3. Now you want to make sure you get as high as possible onto your toes. This kind of a calf raise works your inner calf muscle more, so your soleus muscle, it's called, deep inside your calf. Your gastroc, which is the outer calf muscle, it does get involved slightly, but we are targeting the soleus to really pump it up and to get a nice fullness to it. Slowly on the way down and up, keeping the back straight as you're sitting on your balls and feeling the burn. Fantastic. 60-second rest, and then we're going to go straight back into that. This is your last exercise of the chest, back, calf day. So really make it count. Grab a heavier weight if you need to, but also keep your focus. Focus on what you're building here, a beautiful fitness model worthy body. So you're working the front of your chest, your back, and your lovely calves. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I can feel it the third day and the
Great.
last exercise.
Now this rotational exercise, it can be a bit daunting because there's a lot going on. We've been just in the sagittal plane for a while. So make sure when you rotate, you really punch forward and you really squeeze the shoulder blade. As you get tired at home, you'll probably start hitching a bit. Stop the exercise if you are, keep it down. So we're working on a functionally fit body here. Okay, into position. 2 more sets and then you're done. Then your knee, Simon, bending over, and enjoy this stretch. A lot of my clients say they love this exercise. Keep the head down a bit more, Caroline, and really punching forward and then squeezing through the upper back as you come forward. And maybe stretch a bit more forward each time. Can you go a little extra more? Extra? Squeeze it back here, squeeze. Feel the twist. Really rotate through it. Working the muscles at a completely different angle now.